Welcome to the Sekisui Learning Admin Video Manual series for the updated HTML5 interface. In this video we will learn how to create an e-learning item in the LMS. Items are the basic building block of any training. Documents, quizzes, or training schedules can be added to items so that they become a single unit of learning. Click the Learning Activities menu from the Functions list on the left of the screen. Click the Items sub-menu. Here you can search for an existing item by ID, title, description type, etc. To add a new item, click Add New. We need to input basic information about our item in this screen. Select the type of item you want from the drop-down. In this case, we will choose e-learning. Give the item an ID. This is important as we will use this ID when searching for and adding our item to curricula, assignment profiles, etc. Revision info is not necessary. Title. Input the title of your item. This is the title that will appear for users who have been assigned the item. Classification. This will be assigned automatically by the system depending on the settings you give your item. Initially it is set to Other. Security domain. Choose the domain where you would like your item to be saved. We recommend choosing your own company domain so that only administrators in your company can access the item. You can search your organization domain from a list of domains by clicking the magnifying glass icon. Assign type ID. Choose required or optional. Optional items will appear at the bottom of a user's learning plan as low priority. Approval settings. Input approval settings if you want users to request permission to take this e-learning from their manager. Description. Input a description of this item which learners and administrators can use to understand the purpose and content of the item. Then click Add. The item has now been created in the system, and we can begin to update its details, add content, and then activate the item. For example, we can input data about the expected duration it will take a user to complete the item. This is measured in hours. The same information can be updated for contact hours, CPE hours, and credit hours. Registration settings. These settings only apply for classroom-based trainings, so we do not need to update them. Approval processes and course rating settings can also be set up on this page if needed. Assignments. The Assignments section lets you input data that will determine how an item is automatically reassigned. These settings are only applied when the item is in a curricula. These settings are covered in greater detail in the curricula video. When you have finished updating the item details, make sure to click Save at the bottom of the screen. Otherwise, all your changes will be lost. Online content. This screen is where you add content like documents, movies, and quizzes to your item. Try attaching a document and quiz to your item. Click the Add a Content Object drop-down. Click the Content Object pop-up window box. Input the first few letters of the Content Object ID into the ID search field and click Search. Click Select next to the document you want to add. Give your object a title. This sets the title of the document that users will see. Then click OK. To add a quiz, click the three dots on the right next to Root. Click Add Assessment. Click the Add Assessment pop-up window box. Input the first few letters of the quiz into the ID search field Click Search. Click Select next to the quiz you want to add. Give your quiz a title. This sets the title of the quiz that all users will see. Click OK. You're done adding content, but there's one more step before you can save. Click the cogs icon in the top right of the screen. First, click the Launch tab and check the Content is available for launch option. You can also click Skip Content Structure page if you want the content to open immediately for users without them having to click into each attached object. Secondly, click the Completion tab and check Add to History on completion of all content. Choose the Completed e-learning completion status next to completion status. Click OK. You can now click Save. Great job creating an item, everyone. The item can now be assigned directly to users or added to Curricula and assignment profiles to be automatically assigned to a targeted group of employees. To assign the item to an individual user, simply click the Actions button in the top right. Click Assign and follow the steps to assign the item to a user of your choice. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.